So, well, YouTube, we're back in my video collection of archives of Ghost. World of YouTube, True Crime Table Site, and everything else. Today we step aside to everything else. I like to show a few things in here of the second video. Of course, this second video is the one that also has a shadow image that we will see merge in this area. Once again, when I took pictures of the first round, 2 pictures, orbs in this area. In the last video, orb flies here, orb is up in here, you know, all in this area right here. Activity. An orb flew out, and went up around, and you get the idea. But that black dark shadow comes and emerges from here. Now, I gotta turn this on a moment, because I gotta show you something on this camera. Now, as you can see, the infrared is on, right? And, the camera now we have has this around it. This is what gets you a full skeptic view and what illuminates. I wish this thing would work better in the friggin' wooded areas, but it don't. But you can clearly see that if there was a bug shadow that emerges, and you will see a bug fly out from around here, but if there was a bug flying around anywhere near this, and you do see some in my last video, you see them up in here, they come out, they fly around, and you see them further back into the thing. But if they were flying close to this, and as you can see, one does emerge, there is no possible way that any bug can create, or is large enough to create a shadow on the ground, right? There's no possible way, because how wide and, how thick this is or whatnot, how wide it is. I mean, how wide this is. And you can see the top is I believe a little wider out, longer. So for any kind of bug to, come around this and have a shadow on the ground emerge, I believe would be impossible. It would be impossible, because if they get close enough to this, they literally get in here and they're blocked by this, right? Common sense. So there's no possible way that this thing could emerge, or any bug emerge a shadow. So I believe that shadow in this corner is a legit something. I don't know, maybe it was a hand, because it does look like enough to be a hand figure, but we're gonna look into it and check that out. Next, I want to show you what it looks like when a mouse is, because we got a little couple furry critters in this video too. So I'm gonna unpause, and one of them is up in this area here. We're just walking around. You see his beady little eyes sticking out. Another one, I don't know, man. It could be a mouse. I don't know if it was in my last video. No, I think it was this one. But it comes out of here. And I'm saying it could be a mouse, but as you can see, there's nothing in this area right here that could block it. Anything that it could walk behind. And the eyeball looks like in this area at times, like it disappears, like it's behind something, but you can clearly see. And I don't think that is an eyeball there. But we will see what that is when it turns on. Or is that ain't the TV, is it? No. Oh yeah, that's the TV, sorry. Something on the TV, but other than that, you're going to watch another little beady eye come up here. and like emerge and disappear. But like I can say, you can clearly see that the only thing in this basement or cellar hole or whatever you want to call this, not really a cellar hole, but it does not have much only but leaves in the walls, so whatever could it really walk behind would be nothing to make its eye disappear. So I'm kind of thinking that might be an orb too. But other than that, we're gonna unpause this. Now you do hear me speaking in the background, and there's the beady little bug eye, little mouse. I don't know, maybe I could say, if we can look at this real closely, maybe he was turning his head like over here, turning his head maybe, but as you can clearly see what a mouse's eye looks like, so you don't confuse it with an orb. That's another thing I like to do with these videos, of course, and it's nice to have, our furry little creatures here to come in and, make an appearance. Hey guys, what's that? But, other than that, now we're gonna keep our eyes open. I'm gonna keep the camera over in this section, because when I do get to that point, but I gotta pause, because of course there's not much that goes on in between, but when it does happen, right, you'll see. So right now I'm gonna pause and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, even though you won't know when I paused and came back anyways. Shut that light off and, oh, there's the bug, See how close he is. I want to show that real quick. Let's get that real quick, because like I say, he's pretty much on that on the lens, and that's how close he is. Hopefully I got it back enough, but you could see that how he's on top, and when he comes out off the side here later, it's not enough to make a shadow like that right there. See that? No shadow down here. That's how you know how close the bug is. And it does pop out in here later on when I come back up with it, but I gotta find it. But as you can see, he was very close, no shadow. I've even had the thing out there in the other video, and you see it pop out, but still no shadow. But I'm going to pause a moment on this camera so I can find the rest of this and show you the shadow figure. Oh, there's the bug again. Huh? Yeah, that's right. You see how he just pops out and you don't see nothing below. But I will be right back. Alright, we're back, and as you can clearly see right here, I believe that is a mouse's eye. But for some reason that thing is just sitting there. I mean, I was up there knocking on the door. That's me knocking also on the window, I believe. But maybe the mouse got petrified here. What the hell is that? Bear with me. Oh, that's a car. So that's what it sounds like when a car drives by and they had a loud muffler. I gotta keep this pointed in this direction. I don't know when that thing's coming up, but I just wanted to show that right now real quick. That is a beady little eye. The damn thing does not move though, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that. Pause and we'll be right back. I have to show something again because, again, this right here, I have my phone in this area right now. And I want to make sure that everybody sees this. You see this shadow here. That is me and my phone. The shadow that appears is darker than that. I don't even know if you can see that. But I did have this phone on. Yeah, you can see my shimmering light. The phone in my hand I had on, I was sticking it in, and I just asked the spirit to speak again or knock. Make a noise. Once again, if you look in the background, that is disappearing. There it is. Yeah, see that? There's a bug. Want to get that in there real quick. And I just want to make sure everybody sees that eyeball sticking there. There's the mouse. Yeah, see him? He is making a move for it. So there's 2 mice in here. But I could have sworn I saw something else, but I will get to that after. The only reason why I'm doing this is because you're going to hear me get up and walk away. And then shortly after that, I should be seeing the shadow come up. So I'm going to pause here, and I just wanted to show everybody the shadow that I was making, which I don't even know if you barely seen that or if you did, because it was the flashlight on the phone in there and it didn't give too much. But here I go, I'm going to stop walking away. But I'm going to pause again. Just had to show that. Show the little beady eye sticking out there. He was down there. My feet are starting to get up and crunch. And I believe I just walked away. So let me pause. And I will be right back. And I'm going to show you what time I'm at. 9:10. So pausing right now. Actually, I want to show a bug that comes in here and the shadow it leaves on the beam. Right here. See the dark shadow of the beam. That ain't half as big as what you'd be seeing down here. Once again, and I wanted to show the distance of this so you get an idea of it. Like I say, here's the camera back here. Get close up, we're going to have that shadow over here. And now you're going to watch the bug here, and look at that shadow there. You see the blackness of it, how small. So I just wanted to make sure that was seen. And another bug emerges here. You can hear me in the background talking. We're at 9:51. That means you'll know that I've left the building, so just want to make sure everybody knows that. I'll be right back. found another orb right there, as you can watch it merge. They're very light, but as you can see, that is not a bug. Remember that? See how thin that was? You could see through it, and it was, slowly going in the ground, other than the bug going. So once again, they should be coming up to this shadow. I debunked the eyeball. It was the mouse that was climbing up there, so that's nothing. Now I'm just waiting for this to emerge, and that'll be coming up shortly. I believe it was just before this camera shut off, or in the 13. Right now we're in 12 minutes, but you can't see that. But as you can see, the line's getting closer to the end. We should be getting that soon, so bear with me. So once again, we're going to be watching a bug fly over here, and still we're not at the shadow that I put, but I wanted to show the bug flying over here. No shadow. See how close the bug is? Flapping around. No shadow. Just need to make sure that was shown. And actually, I'll just keep this running because I think that should be coming up soon. Should be coming up right about. come on. Where are you?
Watch the other video from all in Sudbury Ma. Please.
Gotta be kidding me. What? I missed it. I friggin' missed it. Well, for some reason I thought that black shadow was a little further than what I thought. It ain't. But I am definitely going to show it. Just gotta get my stuff reorganized here. Now, I'm gonna watch in this area. Right there, zing, zing, zing. Now, if that was a bug, which maybe it could have been. Watch again in this area. I don't know how that bug would have done that. As you can see, it like it's very dim. There it is. And there's like some type of noise. But that looks, I showed you earlier, which is good that I found it out this way, or went this way. Because earlier that bug, you seen him up there, he wasn't just nothing but a black dot. There is a noise that comes in, but you can see that thing going all over the place. But it's the question of how did the bug get that damn light or that shadow to do all that. Try one more time. Right there, zing. It's zigzagging. I mean, hey, if it is the bug, it is. But I just don't get how that bug got that shadow to do that with no light. Try that one more. See that? Put that in a better angle. Damn it. It's very dim. It's just a question of how. It moves around very quickly like the bug, but it's just a question. Because back to the camera. I mean, if this say so, if the bug is flying on an angle. You got to remember these lights down below here. So I mean, it's just a question of when this is, got that illuminated out, but yet, wait a minute. I mean, as you can clearly see with this piece here being connected to the camera, and the lights are clearly seen here to make the infrared work. It's a question of how does the bug, here, without a light like this in shadow, say so, can't even do it with this. If you think about it, the shadow would be up over here, as you can see. As you can't see, because every time I try and emerge in shadow, my hand's in the way, but you can see the shadow behind there. And here we go down here, you can see it, but I'm looking at it. So with the shadow, which I can see underneath my hand when I look away from the camera, but when you're looking at the camera, you can't really see the shadow because, right, my hand is blocking it. So if you try and go down, you ain't gonna get the shadow. You got the outline over the top that's as clear as you're gonna get the shadow. But as you can see, you go under, you go over, you ain't getting the full shadow. So for the bug, in case being over the camera and emerging the shadow, is the question how it gets done. Because if it was frightfully flying over here, like so, and you can see zigzagging with lines of the friggin' bug or whatnot, it does make you talk very, think very curiously, what is that? And could it be the bug? Because I just don't understand how that bug could just emerge like that in a shadow when there's no light. As you can see, I have the flashlight on, but you can't see when you do a shadow over on the ground because, of course, without you looking on an angle like this out of the phone or any angle, you ain't gonna see that shadow because my hand's blocking it. But how does a bug get to do that? With the black light, the infrared light like that makes you curious when it's up and over this, this wide piece. So if it's over here, or if it's over here, I don't understand. It could be the bug, but I think it's something else that emerged also. But other than that, this whole video, I showed you what I had in it. Like I did, I wanted to show the bugs and everything's gonna be accounted for. But that shadow thing, man, was the most. So, if it was the bug, it was. If not, I think something is definitely under here, though, because what I caught in the other video and caught there in broad daylight even explains it. So I'm going to try once again to get back to this place. And I'm going to do it in the Halloween month of October when it's a little cooler. The bugs are not out like they are, and we'll see what we catch then. But other than that, whoosh, always believe, because they're out there and I'm catching them. And whatever's in this damn area, I need to find a F out. And I'm going to be making some calls to Sudbury too. And let them know what I'm doing. Let them know if maybe I can get in the building. But other than that, folks, well, to you too, be safe, take care, and always believe. Out.